2023 for PC gamers have been a hit and miss so far. On one hand, we have really good games like Returnal, Hogwarts Legacy, Wild Hearts, The Last of Us Part 1, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Dead Space Remake, and many more. But on the other hand, most of these games have been launched at a terrible state and took months to make it to a decent playable experience. And we are facing more and more of the same thing week after week. AAA companies releasing full-price games with little to no effort when it comes to optimization. This is not a trend that none of us wish to see going forward.
When I spend $60 on a fucking game, I expect it to fucking work!
Well, who would have known after 7 years it was gonna get worse? So today, we'll be looking at some of the worst PC ports released in 2023 so far. At number 5, we have Forspoken. This game, despite its terrible optimization issues, was a bland and boring experience and had the critics reviewing it poorly. The game looked like a PS3 game at best, but was struggling to keep a stable 60 FPS even on high-end PCs when it was launched. It has improved after a few updates and is in a playable state now. At number 4, we have Wild Hearts. Even though my time with this game was short, thanks EA Play for not letting me launch the game no more, I enjoyed a lot playing it. Many would also agree that this game is really fun when you start getting into the fights and using the karakuri mechanics and all that. But this game has to be in the list because it was a terrible release on PC with its aging graphics. Only some of the few lucky ones were able to pull more than 60 FPS in this game constantly. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of them. The game still is in a similar state after all the performance patches, so it's better to just get this game on any consoles if you actually want to play this game. At number 3, we have Hogwarts Legacy. That dream Harry Potter game everyone was waiting for finally arrived on PC in February, and oh boy, this was a disaster. Not in terms of the gameplay elements, but in terms of the performance. With the memory leakage issue, especially with the ray tracing turned on, I was struggling to get good frames on an RTX 2080 on medium settings in the first week of the release. But in the coming updates, the game was in a much more playable state, even though some stutters happened from time to time, especially when you load a new scene.
Steady yourself!
At number 2, we have Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This game broke the internet when it dropped because of the piss poor PC port. Yet another great game ruined by terrible optimization on PC. You know a game is messed up when a 4090 paired with a top-of-the-line CPU can barely pull a 60 FPS experience. You know it's a problem, right? Come on, we're talking about $6,000 over here.
22 frames, bro. Fuck Respawn, fuck EA. How they could sell this for $80?
But the recent patches have been good. The game is actually able to run on 60 FPS on high settings in my PC without ray tracing turned on, and I'm okay with that, as I don't care much about it anyway. But they did release another patch that actually fixed the performance with ray tracing turned on. So this might be a good time to pick this game up if you were a fan of the first game. And a lot of you might argue that Star Wars was the worst PC port so far, but for me, the next game was much worse. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than The Last of Us Part 1 as the worst PC port of 2023 first half. Out of all the games to have come out this year, this is the only game that made me rage a few times because of its garbage optimization. Oh hell no. Gotta be shitting me. Oh my god, I'm getting pissed off. Once you start playing it, you wished you could refund the game because of the massive stuttering, which actually made the game unplayable for me for a while, but then you realize you actually can't because you already went over the 3 hours refund window because you spent the 2.5 hours compiling the damn shaders. Naughty Dog knew this game was gonna be sold instantly despite its unfinished optimization because the game is actually one of the best to have come out in the decade. It was a punch in the face by Iron Galaxy towards the PC players who pre-ordered the game like I did. I patched the game a few times over the last 2 to 3 months and it is in a better state now. But that does not take away the fact that this goes down in the history books as one of the worst PC ports in the history of gaming. Oh, we have one more honorable mention, and this came out a week ago, and it's none other than The Lord of the Rings Gollum. Well, nothing much to say about this. This game is just a garbage overall, so nobody even bothers to buy it. Oh, and I forgot to mention this game. Anybody remembers anything about this? Yeah, exactly. And that will conclude my top 5 worst games for first half of 2023. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments if you guys want to see me do similar kind of videos in the future. And that's about it. Have a great day, and catch you guys in the next one.
If it's not optimized, just fucking delay the game, okay?